Hello everyone, my name is Nettie Chan and welcome to Insanity Check. On today's show, we'll be talking about a church leader whose love of God almost turned into love of dog, a woman who kept her sex toy close for 10 years, really close, and we talk about the latest chapter in the Floyd Mayweather Jr. 50 Cent beef. Hey Floyd, turn up the volume because chances are you can't read my lips either. And now, here are the boys.
Welcome everybody. Welcome back to Insanity Check. I am Ken. This is Skillet Sauce. And no, Natalie hasn't lost a crazy amount of weight. She is not here with us today.
Yes, Super Nat is gone for this week, and she actually likes that name. She didn't know because she's younger than us that Super Nat was actually a old school battle rapper who specialized in freestyling.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
You weren't at the crib that day when I made muffins and shit, and Gaz was over there with Super Nat, and
I think I was.
Yeah, I made them pumpkin muffins, and I bake sometimes. What a skillet sauce bake, whatever. Any case, yeah. So but shout out to Nat, Super Nat, and she'll be back next time.
Indeed. Speaking of rappers, our first story today involves a rapper. Mm-hmm. Some of you guys may have heard about this. This has been escalating for months, I believe, between these two individuals.
These dudes have been beefing for a minute now, but it just picked up some steam as of late.
Yeah,
and what we're talking about is the whole 50 Cent Floyd Mayweather beef. Well, version whatever it is. And this one, it pertains to Floyd Mayweather's inability to read, so says 50. As you well know, if you're watching the show, I know you loyal fans have been watching the show, I rarely read from the prompter. It's not because I'm illiterate. It's because I can barely fucking see.
Do we really know that?
I can barely see, and these glasses suck. I need to get a new prescription. So Ken was nice enough to put something on the prompter, which is not necessarily meant there to be read. It's just something for us. But I'm just going to read it just to let you know what something should sound like when someone can read. 50 Cent, a New York radio personality, Charlamagne the God, for making fun of his lack of literacy skills, Floyd posted 2 checks totaling over $74 million and shot down the haters. Okay, it's as simple as that. That's all I did. You see how quickly I ran through it because I could process those words. Apparently, Mr. Money Mayweather had an issue. Now, before we even get to the Charlamagne the God thing, I mean, your first hearing about this was when I sent this to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've seen the Ice Bucket challenges, right?
Yeah.
So 50, these now what started this ALS? These Ice Buckets? I don't know exactly what started it or who was the first one to do it.
Yeah, there's some guy. Actually, I was going to watch the video, because some people were saying that they're not even focusing on the true thing anymore. Now that everyone just wants to do the Ice Bucket challenge, but there's a reason why it's the Ice Bucket.
It's raising money for something. We'll put the link up.
It's raising millions of dollars for ALS. So I mean,
and there's a lot of celebrities doing it. So basically, it on 50's Instagram, it was something about you're supposed to dunk yourself,
right,
and then nominate. You're supposed to nominate someone else,
right? But someone nominates you,
and
then you dunk, and then you nominate
someone
as
else,
many people as you want.
Because I know former President Bush did it, and he nominated Clinton, and so on and so forth.
Oh, did he?
Oh yeah, yes he did.
But I heard Obama bailed. He didn't do it.
Was that a joke? He bailed?
Like hay bailed?
No, you know what?
Oh, no.
Oh, well.
I don't know. That's what I read. I don't know if it's necessarily true, but I heard that he didn't want to do it.
Well, any case, you get the picture. People are supposed to take these challenges where they dunk themselves. So, lo and behold, 50 challenged Mayweather, and he said, hey, if you can read 1 page of a Harry Potter book, he would donate $750,000 to a charity of his choice, but one stipulation. You couldn't stop, and you couldn't fuck up and stumble. So this is what set everything off. The whole, Instagram world went crazy, and it before that, apparently there was some issue where Mayweather had said something about non-relevant artists need to be honest with their, following, non-selling artists, non-relevant artists. And he said he, meaning Mayweather, has been relevant for 18 years. So 50 felt that, well, you lumping me in with that because record sales have declined, but that could be more with illegal downloading, just the climate of how music is acquired today. Everyone's numbers are down. But be that as it may, 50 woke up, made a little 15-second joint talking about, hey, wait a second, don't lump me in with Nelly and T.I. when Nelly slept with your first baby's moms and then stole your fiance. So he said, don't say fuck me, say fuck him. Then the whole shit started. So then after that happened, 50 came back and said, hey, Jimmy Kimmel jumped on board and said, hey, if you read it, you could do it on his show. And so they said, 50 was like, well, we don't want to make you nervous. We know that you can't read those big words in Harry Potter book, so you can read Cat in the Hat. Which then made Charlamagne the God. Now, I've never watched this morning show. I know he's all over YouTube and stuff like that. I mean, listen to the morning show.
Former sidekick of Wendy Williams when she was here in New York.
See, I would not have known that. If you know anything about me, I stay far away. That's what Supernat's job was, to cover this stuff. I don't know anything about that. So when I didn't even know who this cat was. But he had Floyd Mayweather on his show.
Shameful.
And Brother Man tried to read a prompt, just like I read that prompt. And Charlamagne or whoever was in this did the shit. It took him 10 seconds, just like how I breathed.
It was Charlamagne.
Charlamagne.
He read it smooth and clear, 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
He has to do his co-host time him. And then,
Lord have mercy,
he played the audio tape of
Floyd
Mayweather trying to read the exact same thing. And at the 2-minute and 3-second mark, they had to stop.
They had to stop the shit. Stop the madness. I mean, the dude sounded like he was suffering from Tourette's, alcoholism, everything, all rolled into one. The dude has serious literacy issues. I'm thinking, like, who reads, this dude's menus when he go to eat dinner? He just probably does a boss man style, like, yo, just give me this, just give me that. I mean, the dude is functionally illiterate.
Points at the pretty pictures.
So then Mayweather. And you're right. We spoke about this prior to the show. There was no way for him to get out of this situation.
No way. The only one way was to read some shit. Page.
To read something. People have been making mad jokes about him, talking about when he got arrested, when they was like, we're going to read you your rights. And he's like, yo, thanks and shit like that. They said he won't even eat alphabet soup. I mean, they really going in hard body on him. And what he did, rightfully so, because, but we'll get to this dude. He decides, okay, he's going to fire back. And he sends out 2 pictures of his checks, totaling like $74 million or something like that. Yes, we understand he's loaded. He's Floyd Money Mayweather. But, how is that a proper retort when someone's saying that you can't fucking read? Because all he's basically saying is what? I don't have to read in 2014? Being a father of many children, I don't have to read?
What?
I mean, what?
The message is, number one, he values money over just about everything else that may be his life. Okay. 2, that's success. That's pride. That's everything else that he doesn't have for real because he can't fucking read. Money takes care of all of that.
So how did he read to his kids' bedtime stories? He used flashcards and shit.
He probably just sang raps to him. You remember that?
I'll start punching them in their fucking head and shadow boxing with them until they fall asleep or something like that. But
yeah, but what's the reason why it's worse is because of the reaction, which you, of course, because you read these goddamn comments of the people who are like, yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That Floyd can't read
because he's paid. He's
rich.
paid.
He got money.
And to me, I think that's indicative of how people prioritize education, or don't. And when they say we've done shows when we talk about how poorly educated Americans happen to be on par with other, or nations of the world, civilized nations in the world, countries of the world, how we're just low down, like in the 20s and most things. It was just terrible. I mean, check one of our previous shows. We had all the statistics there. It was really poor. And to see these people defend this man, if you only fight twice a year, you figure a training camp is going to be whatever. You're going to have at least, factoring in the fight and training camp, if you only fight twice a year, you should have like 6 months free time. He couldn't hire a tutor to figure out how to teach him to read the Cat in the Hat, Dr. Seuss, and all the rest of this shit. I mean, he sounds like there was this cat on the Nets way back when who they discovered had only had like a second grade educational level. A big, tall, light-skinned dude. I forgot his name, and obviously he could ball out, but the dude was just fucking dumb as a head of lettuce. And it brought that whole thing to the forefront about how during college, how people were taking their exams and all the rest of the stuff. And I literally thought this was a thing of the past. I mean, 50.
Yeah, I have to say I agree. I thought that was. I mean, the one that stands on my head last, and again, this was years
Dexter Manley,
ago.
right? Dexter Manley from the Washington Redskins. Yes.
Super Bowl champion. Pro Bowl, blah blah blah. Motherfucker couldn't read a lick.
Yeah.
But I mean, cats gave by. In fact, the Notre Dame that scandal just came out. Mm-hmm. I don't know if actually. I know someone who knows that one of those kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know what the details, but they were having tests and their schoolwork done for them. So the shit is still going on, and I think a part of the I think it was the Charlamagne audio tape. I think one of his co-hosts read that on average, black male 8th graders. No.
You have a problem thinking, motherfucker?
Well, I'm not reading. I'm just thinking.
What's going on? What's worse? What's going on? All right, yes.
Yeah. Oh no. White 8th graders read on the same level as black 12th graders, on average in this country.
You know what? That wouldn't surprise me. Simply because now I don't think that. As an aside to what we were talking about, that's indicative of our inability to learn. I think it's the reading material.
Yeah, I mean, it's the reading material, yeah. And again, this notion that education or even reading is
for suckers, and
or just that's
nerds,
that's a side
corny dudes.
We'll get to that eventually.
Yeah,
got to work on my handle, got to work on my jump,
or whatever,
whatever,
right rap, whatever it is. Yeah, so. But so you don't have a problem with 50 putting this dude's shit out there?
No, like I said, listen, I don't like Floyd Mayweather because he's a bitch. And you can go into it far more detail than
I don't even need to go into all of that shit about this guy ducking and dodging people.
If your whole thing, your persona is you're a big mouth, you call cats out, you brag,
try to disgrace them and humiliate them.
Motherfuckers, and you can't read? I don't understand how he got away with it for this long.
I don't know. You're right. He should thank 50 for keeping it in the closet for as long as he did, because to me, now there's nothing you can tell another cat. Oh, you don't have as much money as me or whatever the hell. Yeah, motherfucker, but I can read. I mean, you can literally trump this dude forever.
If in his brain it is a trump.
That's true. If he doesn't give a damn about it. So you know what? That was a little. I mean, that's a shout out to Super Nat, because she normally covers all of this, pop culture ridiculousness that goes on. But I think this was so. I follow boxing, so when I jumped on a boxing forum, this whole thing came out. Now, check out 50's Instagram. The shit is just too funny. I mean, I haven't listened to a song this dude has made in years, but if he's going to keep putting out little things like these little 15-second shits, I guess I gotta, you follow this cat, somehow.
Thank you all for joining us today. On next week's show, we will look at a performance artist who will suffer anally for his art, and a dated naked cast member who thinks she was overexposed. I'm Nettie Chan. See you soon.